Alrighty. Well, hello everybody. I have chopped off the top of my head with my camera. Let's see if I can fix. There we go. Hello and welcome to the amazingly professional and ever organized Junk Shop Library channel, and to Mental Health Thursdays, the completely unprofessional, no qualifications having community support mental health hangout. We do this every week at the, now I'm too low. Humph. We do this every week at the same time, 3 o'clock Eastern. If you're new here, I'm glad you could join us. If you're watching this on replay, you should check in with us live sometime. We've got a fantastic group of folks in the chat, and we're building a really and truly amazing community here. I see some folks have slipped in right under the wire just as we're getting started. Let me see who we've got that I hadn't already said hello to. I see Critical Cripple. I see Wild Eden. Hello. Good to see you. A new friend of the channel. And Microraptor, a not so new friend of the channel. How are you doing, lady? Good to see you as ever. Alrighty. Well, those of you who follow the channel know that last week's Mental Health Thursday was a little disorganized. Godless Sewing, hey, good to see you. And the Lone Wanderer's Bunker, hello again. It's just coffee. Those of you who follow the channel know that last week's stream was a little disorganized, a little thrown together at the last minute, and all about my own stuff. So I figured, fair's fair. We're going to turn to y'all. Y'all live in the chat, and anyone watching after the fact, engage in the comments. That's what they're there for. I try to stay on top of them as best I can. I was talking with a friend of mine earlier about what, for lack of a better term, I'm going to call self-esteem. Building oneself up. What makes us feel good? It's Amber Schofield, good to see you. And Greg, another new friend of the channel. Good to see y'all. Welcome. You've probably been in here 10 minutes. I'm just dealing with the infamous StreamYard chat lag, so bear with me. And Mark Caesar, all the way from the future. How you doing? Harmonica Man, my God, everybody's here today. Fantastic. Self-esteem is not my strong suit, and y'all, the bulk of y'all haven't been around. Y'all pardon me if there's all kinds of crazy construction sounding noises from right outside the window. It's because there's all kinds of crazy construction sounding stuff going on right outside the window. They're still working on the damn roofs. So, grumpy old dude, how's it going? Good to see you. And self-respect, self-esteem, self-propping up, I almost said fluffing, but that would lead us down a different kind of, too late, it came out of my mouth, now it's there in the chat, oh dear. You have to have mental health to be here, says Greg Hartwick. Nope. Trust me, if you're 100 completely % sane, you're going to be in the minority around here, my friend. A foot of snow, says Lavender Lady. Sweet Jesus. At least it's only 1 foot, right? I've heard some places got like 3? Golly. All right. So I have a confession to make, talking about mental health and self-esteem or self-acceptance, as some folks prefer to look at it. Binghamton, New York got 40 inches. Sweet Jesus. Hey, Brain Bug. Hello. Y'all know I don't look on myself with the kindest of eyes. But my camera and I have had a good relationship the past couple of days. Those of you who are aware of me over on Instagram are entirely too aware of how much in love with my camera I have fallen the last couple of days. New art stuff, Grumpy Old Dude. Yes, art therapy. We are big fans of it around here. A lot of folks have had some great success with that, but not sure if it's helping or making it worse. Yeah. I love art therapy in theory, but in practice, I do it and I work on it and I'm so proud of it while it's going, and then I look at it afterwards. That's the mistake. I should finish and then just immediately turn around and face it to the wall. So yeah, I've been spending a lot of time fiddling around with my camera the last few days, and when that has turned out well, it has boosted my ego entirely more than I'm almost comfortable with. I have felt right damn good about myself the last couple of days, and that's weird for me. So I figured I'd turn to y'all. What's y'all's thing that you do? I'm just opening it up to everybody. Captain Kimothy, welcome and hello. What do y'all do that helps you feel better about yourselves, helps you feel good about yourselves, that builds you up and makes you strong on the inside and all? What makes things right with the world? Did I redo my nails? Yes, I did. Just before we went live, actually. I was afraid Ox was going to show up and call me out on my nails being all fucked up and shitty again. Microraptor says for most people with ADHD, including herself, one problem is it's hard to finish things. I don't know much about ADHD, to be honest. I know folks who've been diagnosed with it, but I don't know anybody real well who's been diagnosed with it. So, Brainbug says I'm in my. All of which is to say I'm always interested to learn more about mental phenomena, but I can't really weigh in or say much there because I'm just plumb ignorant about the topic. Brainbug says, I'm in my best form when I get to teach people stuff. Oh, and it shows. It really does. If y'all aren't already subscribed to Brainbug's channel, assuming you're not arachnophobic, and maybe even if you are, because if Dave can put up with it, anybody can put up with it. Aha! You call on the Hive. Tell them I sent you. Go over there and help boost Brainbug's numbers up a little bit. There's fantastic work being done in the Hive from an education standpoint. You do good work, my friend, and your enthusiasm really does show through. Oh, yes. Captain Kimothy says, building tiny things and making tiny mosaics. Yeah. Kim's got the opposite approach to art therapy that I do. I tend to make something big and expressive and huge. She's down in there like with fucking tweezers and a loop and shit, making stuff that's so small I couldn't hold my hand still enough to do anything with it. Oh dear. Amiga, well, I was wondering what was going on. I hadn't seen any links come through in the chat. Amiga Nuts is having some unfreaking known technical difficulties. Yeah, I know. I've got a lot of wrenches over here. So just periodically, assuming you're not on mobile, because we're not all Inquisitive Quandary and can do 300 million things at once on mobile. If you got a wrench, periodically pop open another tab and drop some other community member's link in there. Greg says, all I have are meds. Oh, yeah. I've got talk therapy and meds. But I'll be honest, some weeks, sometimes of the week in between, it's all about the meds for me. Come rolling around about Monday when I don't have a talk therapy appointment until about Thursday or Friday, and I'm just, come on, fluoxetine, do your stuff, baby. What are amniotes? Yeah, I don't know either. Microraptor, what's an amniote? My specific zoology terms are not what they could be. Is it wrong for me to actually want to get therapy? No. No, absolutely, positively not. They say, speaking from their vast mountain of experience and education, if you want therapy, seek. It took me I was about to say abnormally long time, but knowing some of the folks that I know, that's not strictly true. It took me a very long time relative to my lifespan, if that makes any sense, to gin up the gumption to go to therapy. But it was one of the best decisions I ever made. GeoSam's got a definition for us. Mammal, bird, or reptile because of the development of the embryo. Huh. Okay, cool. The only antidepressant. Oh. Yeah, I have known people who had that problem. That had where their antidepressant gave them nightmares. I've had chronic nightmares since I was 16 years old, so I hadn't been able to tell any damn difference no matter which antidepressant I've been on. I'm so sorry to hear that, though, Diana. That's awful. All right, I got to back up through the chat because it got real active there for a second, and so did my chatterbox. So I'll let me scroll back up here a second. Why am I singing? I'm not good at it. B says, listening to music when I have to get something done, and that helps. Yes. Right there with you. Right there with you. Mark Caesar says, driving for Uber. Yes, that's why Mark keeps the ungodly schedule that he does. I would be dead by now. Driving for Uber has allowed me to chat with lots of people and actually find I have things to say when I can help somebody. It makes me feel a whole lot better. That's a great point. It's amazing how much better just a little bit of help given to somebody else can make one feel. Jeannie, I'm going to pull that up on the screen. Try to remind myself this is the only life we have. Amen. Amen. Oh. Okay, let's see. And I think that catches us. Oh, Harmonica Man. Says I'm in therapy, and that helps a little. Playing music and entertaining is my release. I kind of miss playing music. I used to play piano back in the day, and I wasn't bad at it either. Wasn't great at it, but I wasn't bad, if I do say so myself. Feels weird to say. Amen. Stigma no more. That's why I talk about it. I know some of y'all are relatively new to the channel or to the Mental Health Thursdays, especially some of y'all watching back after the fact, because I've seen you creep into the subscriber numbers, and I appreciate y'all too, in addition to the folks who are here in the chat. Don't let me think don't let me give the impression that I don't see y'all as well. But the Mental Health Thursday stream, ending the stigma surrounding mental health and mental health treatment is, well, as you can see. Whoops, no, we read the other direction, don't we? Is very, very important to me, and it's a topic very close to my heart. Now I've got to find and catch up with the chat. Grumpy old dude is making dragon eggs. What, like sculpture? Ah, yes. Microraptor says, I think we all need to feel important or needed sometimes. Wow, that is some harsh lighting. Look at that. Son of a gun. Like helping people or making people laugh. Making people, yeah, I know. I see you. I know what you're doing. I heard you. Brainbug says, I miss playing music sometimes too, but arthritis doesn't allow it. Like, ooh, shoot. I'm so sorry to hear that. Wild Even says we're the warmest community she's found on YouTube so far. Well, thank you so much. And thank you to all y'all for helping me build what I set out to build here, by the way. So that was the goal. And you're using empty eggshells to make dragon eggs. Huh. That's real damn creative. I would not have thought of that. All right. Let me think. There was. You know what I forgot to do? I forgot. I've still got my intro banner scrolling. I forgot to. I beg your pardon, y'all. Hey, Ox. I was just talking about you a minute ago. I forgot to thank my patrons, and I'm so sorry. I've been a little scattered today. Just all over the place. But yeah, the patrons whose names you see scrolling at the bottom of the screen now are the folks who keep us going and on the air. These folks are really have gone above and beyond in their support of the library, and I can't thank them enough. So, thank you. Y'all are awesome. All right, let's. Oh, Ed's gonna do a video. Crafts with Grumpy. That would be awesome. Oh yeah. Ginny says, remember everyone, no matter your occupation or what you do, I believe we're an important part of this machine. I hadn't heard it put quite like that before, but I dig that. I dig that a lot. What are you? This is completely off fucking topic. Pardon my French. But from what are you in apostate, if you don't mind me asking? Grumpy crafts with grumpy. Yeah, hey, you better be careful. You're gonna be overwhelmed with requests. You are. All right. So I want to kind of grab the wheel of my own brain and go careening back towards topic here real quick, and hope I don't flip over the car as I do. So we've talked a little about things we do in our interactions with others that make us feel better. But let me pick your brain a little. What do you do just you and yourself, if you're willing to share, that helps you build yourself up? Asking for a friend. And I should have dragged out that sentence in a patented junk shop style, because now I'm at the mercy of the StreamYard's lag. Grumpy crafts coming up after New Year's. I won't hold you to that, but I'll give you some crap about it. All right. Let me see. Oh wow, we've only been going 20 minutes. I don't know that this topic has a lot of teeth in it. We won't be going anywhere near the hour. But meditate. Oh, Wild Eden says meditate, meditate, meditate. I've tried to meditate. I can't get my brain to sit still long enough. Yeah, sometimes just crying can help. Sometimes you just gotta open the door and let all the horses out for a run. That's the most agrarian metaphor possible for somebody who knows absolutely fuck all about farming and or ranching. Ox says, for me, it was figuring out I can't change how I look, how I think, or the big world around me. But I can just be me and go with it. Yeah, that's not an easy constellation of things to come to peace with, is it? I'm still working my way that way. Self-affirmation, says Geo Sam, encourages me to think positively about the important things in my life. Yeah. Self-affirmation and thinking positively. That's something I struggle with myself. I will confess. And I know this will come as a blazing surprise to all of you. Have a tendency to drift down and focus on the negative crap. But it is important to try not to. I try to remind myself of that. I try to focus on the good stuff. I'm just not good at it all the time. Wild Eden says it's not about meditation. It's not about clearing the mind or keeping it still. It's about detaching from identifying with thoughts and emotions. That makes more sense than how I'm used to thinking about it. I'll remember that. Getting back to work, says Mark. Yeah. Working does help. Working does help. At least to the best of my recollection. It's been a minute. Let's see. Well, coming face to face with your own limitations and your own mental stuff can be a big step in the right direction. I know coming to terms with the various, just with the fact that I struggle with the various stuff was a big step in the right direction for me. It helped me a lot to put a label on things. I don't like things wandering around not knowing what they are. I like to be able to quantify and qualify and label. That may not be the best thing in all situations, but just talking about me. Captain Kimothy says mindfulness exercises don't work for her. Me being more mindful of how fucking anxious I am. Well, and see, that's another thing. Everything doesn't work for everybody, and that's something else to be mindful of. Yes? Wasn't that smooth? Wasn't that impressive? I should do wordplay more often, shouldn't I? Pig's eye. And I mean, I've known folks who have honestly and truly tried to go on medication, whether that's antidepressants, anti-anxiety meds, whatever, and just never found one that worked. I mean, y'all know I'm a big advocate of medication, but I'm not going to stand here and say there's one out there for everybody, because there just ain't. We were talking about antidepressants and nightmares a little while ago. It doesn't do you much good to be less depressed during the day if you're waking up screaming at 3 o'clock in the morning every night. I mean, that's worse. No, pardon me, I've got a zipper on my leggings that wants to eat my ankle. Grumpy old dude says, my new art show is going to be called Creations of G.O.D. That's awesome. I like that a lot. Junie says, as long as you can find exactly where any of your books are, then you're organized. See, that's my contention. Don't give me this alphabetizing stuff. Who am I kidding? Try to alphabetize all these many books. I'd have to have 2 times the number of books, 3 times, more times the number of bookshelves. Wouldn't have room for my damn desk. Wake up fighting. Oh dear. Dear me. Sorry to hear that. That sounds rough. Golly. Y'all, there was some. I know this has become a damn refrain on the channel, but I feel like there was something else I was going to bounce off of y'all, but it's gone. My hair was what was keeping all my ideas in my head, and now that it's gone, they just. Microraptor says pets can help, be they dogs, cats, or some kind of arthropod. I have fish. I was talking with somebody the other day. You can't cuddle with fish. Not even if they're cuttlefish. See, that's that. Yeah, clever wordplay that I am not going to showcase on the channel. Richard Madsen, peace and respect. How are you today? Lavender Lady, shelves by Library of Congress call number. Now I feel amateur hour. Cheers. I am impressed. Good Lord. Brain bug bringing the science. Cuttlefish are a mollusk. Are they a mollusk? I didn't know that. What am I thinking of? I'm thinking of, have I been thinking of the wrong thing whenever I buy cuttlefish bone for the aquarium all this time? Weird. Okay. Mark Caesar says you can cuddle an octopus, but it gets weird. Oh, this is a great point. Junie says, as someone who is gender fluid, like yours truly, the idea of feeling pretty instead of only feeling handsome was something I couldn't do because it's frowned upon. Yes. Damn it, I'm pretty. Yes. That's a long step to take, and it's not an easy one. Oh dear, now we're going to argue taxonomy. Oh, cephalopods are a type of mouse? I had no idea. What am I thinking of now? Anyway. Was it whether or... Hang on. Richard with his long sentences making me use my brain and crap. Damn it. Let's see. Was it whether or not the existence of archaea being the largest singular energy source on the planet and nothing consuming them refute evolution? Oh, are you asking, was that the thing I was going to bounce off of y'all? I sincerely doubt it. I sincerely doubt it. Okay, let's see. There was something. What were we talking? Oh, yes, gender fluidity. I spent, as some of y'all know, the bulk of my life very trying to be mask. Sometimes succeeding better than at others. Much happier since I came out as non-binary, and being able to float between aesthetics is certainly a liberating feeling. Oh, and PJ Smith is back. Hello. Good to see you. Let's see. Ooh, have coffee. That's a bad sign. Yeah, or just pretty, Mike Raptor said. Yeah, that's a very, we culturally tend to put pretty and handsome in very gendered boxes, like to the extent to where using them for the opposite gender to which they are normally associated is an insult. Like if you say a woman is handsome, at least back in, back in the day when the fiction I read that would use such a term in such a context was written. I defy you to diagram that sentence, but I stand by the sense of it. But now I completely lost track. Let's see. Lavender Lady says, I wish I understood gender fluidity better. I do, which is essentially not at all. If I'm being honest, I wish I understood it better. Wish I understood non-binary better, and that's me. Playing with gender roles, as my director puts it. Yes, and that can just be fun. Let's see. Ox says one shouldn't care what others think. It's how one sees themselves that matters most. And I wish I could remember that and live by it more. It's very difficult for me to stop worrying about how presentation comes across, whether that's physical presentation, what I'm wearing, or how I'm done up, or whether that's, exactly the wording of the tweet or whatever. You never seen anybody spend as long crafting a tweet as I've been known to do. No, it's Mark. It's my own damn fault. I should have gotten a bigger coffee mug. I knew how this was going to go. Let's see. Yeah. The Left Hand of Darkness by Ursula K. Le Guin. I don't think I've read that. Let me rephrase. I know I haven't read that. I've read very little Le Guin. I read the Earthsea trilogy when I was a kid. I finally got around to reading The Word for World is Forest just a couple of years ago. And beyond that, no. Hey, For No Raisin, hello. Good to see you. Wow, everybody. Agnostic Pagan Mom, hello. Good to see you. So many amazing folks here today. Mark Caesar says we're all ready to go. Individuals. We're all individuals. And we'll have differences from any label to a greater or lesser degree. I think I agree with you there. I had to take a beat to figure it out, but I kind of understand what you're saying there. That makes sense. Jesus Wizard Spatula is here. Good to see you. Sci-fi novel about people who change genders according to seasons. Interesting. Oh man, I'm going to have to read that. I had never heard of that. Well, we're approaching the 45-minute mark. As much as I hate to run out from under so many of the folks who have just rolled in, I feel myself starting to kind of run out of material. The way they act, that's what counts, says Ox. People, the way people act is what counts. Agreed. Okay, I got to pick y'all's collective brain for a second, whether y'all are watching with me live or watching back after the fact, in which case leave your brain connections down in the comments. The Catnip Entertainment, a new friend of the channel, very new friend of the channel. Good to see you. Thank you for coming back. I got to pick y'all's brain. I'm starting to run out of topics. I've covered ad nauseum my own, the particular mental health topics of which I have firsthand experience. Today's topic just kind of came to me in a flash while I was talking with some friends of mine this morning. Let me know in the chat here or in the comments below. Oh, B, absolutely. Shill the hell out of yourself. If anybody's got anything coming up, shill away. Shill away, absolutely. Amiga Nuts would have been shilling y'all all this time, but he's having some tech difficulties of unexpected and unknown origin. So let me know here in the chat, in the comments below, through DMs on, you can DM me on Twitter, Instagram. I think there's a way you can message through YouTube, I'm told, but I've never found it, so don't put too much faith in that if you know where it is. Well, thank you for no reason. I do my best. I do my best. But if you do have, if anybody does have particular topics you'd like to cover or talk about, or hell, to come on and guest and talk about, if there's a topic near and dear to your heart and I hadn't covered it, or I've covered it incorrectly or insufficiently, just let me know. We've had a couple of guests on Mental Health Thursdays, and I would love to have more. So just flag me down. Lone says the history of mental health treatment. Ooh, yeah, that's a good one. Brainbug says PTSD from a bad relationship. Ugh. Yep, we could talk about that. I could. Yeah, there's talking there to do. Ox, I don't think you're likely to offend anybody with a casual misstep. It's intent that matters. What happened to the Big Green Hat interviews, says Lone Wanderer's Bunker? Well, I've been trying to scrounge up some people who want to be interviewed, and between me being bad at replying to folks and folks being busy and being in weird time zones, I'm just kind of at a standstill. If you wanna be Big Green Hat interviewed, just DM me and we will set something up. Junie says Sunday is Sunday service sins. For anyone who wants to host, let me know. We're covering Jonathan Cahn. That just sounds like a bonkers preacher, doesn't it? Jonathan Cahn, a messianic preacher. Oh yes, PJ, we were in talks about that. Former Green Beret. Yeah. Hell, Big Green. Where is my damn hat? Zoop. It fits differently than it used to now that there's no more hair to hold it up. It's causing me shade on my face. Okay, well, I'm starting to ramble, and we're hitting the 45-minute mark. So, we're gonna wrap up here. PJ, yes, we were in talks to do that, weren't we? Did I ever get back to you? I'm sorry. I'll check. Still looks. Oh well, thank you so much for no reason. Finest, only the finest products of Target. All right. Well, thank y'all all so much for coming out today. A fantastic assortment of folks. I feel like we had a good conversation. I feel like we had some good energy going on in the chat, and betwixt and between us all. In terms of announcements for the channel, we have recently crossed the 250 subscriber mark. We were at 255 last I checked. Brainbug likes the Cenobite picture. Okay. Let's see what we can do. 255 last I checked, so we will be having the Body of Christ taste test stream, which is easier to write than to say. This coming up Sunday the 20th, because it'll be here before we bloody well know it. We've got improv Bible study tomorrow. We're still trapped in Isaiah. Longest book of the Bible. And Saturday at 6:30 Eastern, we will be having the third installment of our improv Book of Mormon study. So, I have never read the Book of Mormon before, and now I'm reading it verse by verse on Saturdays at 6:30. If that sounds at all appealing to you, you can come watch me laugh and rant and rage. We have a good time. Other than that, I don't think I've got any announcements. We will be on the regular schedule next week. Friday is Christmas. Sweet Jesus, it is almost Christmas, isn't it? But we will be having the regular, just regular old, not a special Christmas edition, nothing. We'll be having the regular Friday stream, improv Bible study. We'll probably still be in Isaiah at that point. So if you've just had as much Christmas content as you can fucking well stand, you can come over and join us here on the channel on Friday. And then if memory serves, over on the Wine and Reason channel, Julie will be having a special episode that afternoon. I don't remember what. What about? You'll just have to come and see. Microraptor says she's never been a theist, so we might have different approaches to atheism or agnosticism. That's that's got interesting conversation written all over it. Let's set something up. Aha. All right. Well, enough of that. I'm sure you've all got stuff to do, business to attend to, lives to lead that don't involve me. The shock, the horror. I'm going to pull this down because I look like a muppet when I'm this close to the camera. There we go. I have a neck. Who knew? As we always say before we roll out of here, everybody take care and be safe. Stand against hate. Remember to take your meds and wear your damn mask. We'll see y'all again, hopefully soon.